In this video, I'm going to tell you why door knocking is dying in solar. I know I'm going to get a lot of backlash on this one video, but I'm going to tell you first of all this. Solar door knocking will never die. The only question that it comes down to is, how do you imagine making your money? Do you imagine being out in the blazing sun, getting your balls hot as hell, just to get a couple of appointments and have the opportunity to sit down and potentially get a sale? You got to ask yourself the question, who is it that it benefits the most? It benefits you for sure, because once you close a deal, you get paid. But who was it that instilled those beliefs in you that in 2023, still the best path to go out there and earn business would be to go out there and literally make it as hard as possible for yourself? You're sure you're away from your family, driving thousands of miles a week, getting rejected by homeowners because they've seen this 1,000 times before, and just be the next guy that happens to knock on their door. The reality is that there's a lot of good things that come with the ability to be able to knock doors and go out there and do something that you don't want to do, and nobody can deny that. But the reason why I'm making this video is because I want to make you aware and understand that there's nothing that can beat those self-gens. But I'm here to make self-gens great again, and I want to share with you some of the reasons why I believe door knocking is not the best way to earn your business in solar. The first reason why I believe door knocking is kind of like outdated is because it definitely sounds desperate. I mean, beyond COVID, everyone understood that there's a lot of different ways to go through a solar presentation, and the only way to do that is not to sit down with a homeowner at their kitchen table. You can do it over Zoom, you can do it over Google Meets, you can do it through Skype, you can do it through the telephone. There's lots of different ways to actually do it, and it will still get the job done. The beautiful thing about this is that the homeowner doesn't have to get ready for an appointment. You don't have to wait for your home to show up. You don't have to do anything, just so that it can be pitched on solar. And the reality is that homeowners in 2023 and beyond would rather have somebody call them or meet them over Zoom, if that's a possibility for them, to get the same information, and it doesn't have to be in the home. Now, the next reason I believe not the best way to earn business, because it's simply not very scalable. Now, I've seen ground teams that are pretty big and have managed to achieve something remarkable, but the thing is that it's much harder to build a ground team than it is to build a virtual team where everybody can work from one location, either an office space or from the comfort of their home. And the reason why I say it's not scalable, it's not because it is literally not scalable through door knocking. Of course, that's not the case. What I am saying is that there's more efficient ways of doing that. And the more efficient way of scaling the business is by removing friction for the homeowner. And I've talked about this in numerous of other videos that I have on the channel, but I feel like I need to keep saying it until people just get it. Now, another reason why I believe it's not scalable is because there's multiple other companies. In fact, mostly every single company is doing it through door knocking. They hit the doors. Everybody does that. But there's a lot less competition for the companies that are trying to hire talent and provide them with leads. And they give them the opportunity to either stay at home or just drive to one location. They don't have to bust their balls and drive around thousands of miles a week in a lot of cases just to get a couple of sales. They can do this from the comfort of their own bedroom, just the way I am right now. I'm not in my bedroom, I'm in my office, but I have my AC blasting, so I'm nice and cool, even though it's hot outside. Now, the next thing is that I believe the world is already digitalized in a lot of ways. You trying to go backwards with door knocking just doesn't make any sense. You should be going forward. If you think about the way most industries have progressed over the years, you would see an upward trajectory of what's been going on. They've adopted a lot of different ways of doing business. And in solar, a lot of people are still dinosaurs. And I don't want you to be one of these people. So I'm making this video to wake you up for no other reason. I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate from people that are getting paid through door knocking. I'm doing this video to open up your eyes to new possibilities and to make you realize that the only way to do business is not through door knocking, nor it is the best. There's lots of other ways to skin a cat and much better ways at that. Another reason why I believe door knocking can actually hinder your success in solar is because market conditions change, and they change all the time, and it can happen in an instant. New laws get approved literally overnight, and you could see states that have had good net metering, the traditional one-for-one credit, credits, going back to all the way down to 15%, the way California it is right now with NEM 3.0, or like the states of South Carolina and North Carolina when it gets cut down to 50%. It just doesn't make sense. Imagine door knocking in those areas. You're just gonna have to deal with that. And when you're doing doing this remotely, you don't have to put up with that shit. That happens at your own market. You could always make a change and go somewhere else, because it doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't have to be the exact same location that you sell solar in. And if you ask me, the best way to do it is for you to give yourself as much freedom as humanly possible. That way you have freedom to be with your family, to live where you want to live, because the reality is that it might be a great state for solar or a great location for solar, but what if you don't like living in that location? What if you want to go somewhere else? You don't have the freedom to do that when you're knocking doors. If you don't have a problem with knocking doors, by all means, you can do that. But I know there's a lot of people watching me for the simple reason that they want to get better, or they want to switch industries, and they want to know the best ways to exactly do that. Door knocking is actually a great way to build character, and is a great way for you to go out there and earn money from nothing, because you use your time and your effort, and nobody can deny that. But if you believe that door knocking is not for you, then I'm going to tell you this: you don't have to do that. There's much better ways to earn new business in solar, and door knocking ain't one of them. I'll see you in the next one.